Everybody, welcome to our brand new podcast, Cheeky Geeky. I am Monet.
I'm Odogu.
And this is our first official episode. Woo! I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Yay, everybody's excited. I love excitement. So, if you haven't checked out our preview episode, Meet the Hosts, I highly suggest checking it out. Also, today, a couple hours before we started recording, I uploaded the outtakes from our trailer that was originally only available on Patreon. Now, don't expect me to constantly upload the Patreon content, because no, that's not going to happen every time. You want that stuff, you got to pay for it. But I'll release it. I know. I'll release it sometimes so that you can decide, hey, it might actually be worth paying them for their hard work. We're broke. We need help. I'm a broke college student.
I got cats.
You got cats? I got cats. I got tuition to pay. So, today's topic is something that's relatively new to the world, Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have a few points that we're going to discuss in this episode. First of which, all the old content, the nostalgia factor is super high with D+. Yes, I called it D+. Oh,
well,
yeah.
That sounds very dirty.
Right? Deal with it.
Go there.
Deal with it.
But that was one of the reasons I was excited about Disney Plus, because I was looking through what was slated to be released, and I'm seeing stuff where you might have been able to get it on VHS if you were lucky, or you have an OG VHS that you recorded back when it was on TV.
I may or may not have done that with the original DCOM movies. I may have a box somewhere in existence of all the DCOM movies recorded.
It's okay. At least one of us still has those because they didn't go on magical adventures. But I digress.
Yeah. And we're not just talking old school back to, the original movies, the original princess movies, or the original stuff that they had on Disney Channel. We're talking, movies like Pollyanna is on there.
I don't remember Pollyanna. Can you refresh my memory?
Oh, God. It used to be my favorite growing up. I can't remember shit about it. It's on my list of stuff to watch, though. The only thing I remember vividly about Pollyanna is her cat dying.
Well, spoilers! as far as, short list of things to watch for me is the Phantom of the Megaplex, because I got, this super nerd hard-on for anything Phantom. And as far as, the DCOMs, Luck of the Irish and the Halloween Town ones, just because if I had to pick, those would have to be my first picks of stuff I have yet to watch.
I watched Phantom of the Megaplex right before Christmas. As I was wrapping Christmas presents, and my first thought was, first of all, how the hell did they get away with it? And second of all, how the hell was that movie not more popular than it actually was?
See, I saw it, I liked it, and this is before I was super into Phantom, but I don't remember it. But I will say one thing that had me totally WTFing with is allegedly, and I have not seen this listed because, and we can get into this later, but allegedly Thumbelina, the Mary the Mole host.
Oh my god, I love Thumbelina. I watched it the other night while I was at work. Oh, the nostalgia. Oh my god, yes, it is on Disney Plus, and oh, the nostalgia is real.
See, my mom wanted me to watch all the girly stuff, and I have to admit, it is a guilty pleasure. It is, but I was shocked that allegedly it's on there, so apparently I need to go watch Mary the Mole.
Yes. It amazes me at some of the old stuff that is on there and isn't on there because of how problematic some of the old stuff is. And you bring up a great point with Mary the Mole. That's a very problematic movie, just in general.
Well, there's some things that I'm not surprised are there, not surprised aren't there, and allegedly I think they edited the original Dumbo or something?
They did. They edited out all the Jim Crow references in Dumbo.
See, I got a problem
I think that's more problematic than having them in there. I think Disney trying to erase their racist history is problematic.
Well, we're never going to see Song of the South there, so
no.
I mean, that's one of the things I knew I wasn't going to see, we're never going to see. I would be in shock if we ever saw it on Disney.
I would probably die if it ever showed up on Disney. But I think Disney is doing a disservice by trying to erase their sordid history instead of owning up to it and saying, yes, this was content that we used to produce. No, we are not that company anymore. We have changed. We're not removing this content because it's a product of its time and it was there. We did that, and we're not going to try and lie and save face by trying to say that we didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Disney, and this is one of the selling points, is they've been around since the 30s, and 1930, and what was going on then is very different than what was going on in the 40s, and the 50s, and the 60s, in 2020 over here.
Yeah, and if you look at what's going on now versus what was going on when Disney first came around, sadly, a lot of it's the same.
Yeah.
I feel like we've taken so many steps forward, and we've just taken half of those steps backwards.
Yeah. I do have a little bit of an embarrassment here on my part. I was bad.
What'd you do?
So my husband really wanted to see Star Wars Episode 8 after the whole My Stick music video came out. And I forgot it was on Disney Plus.
Oh my god!
But then I found out, and then we watched it, and now we're here.
Yeah, now we're here, and that's some of the new content that's on Disney Plus. That story made a great segue.
Oh dear!
Look at that.
I know eventually he's gonna drag me into The Mandalorian, which I know you really like.
Oh, Baby Yoda! I hope they give that species a name soon so that everybody stops calling it Baby Yoda, because It's not Baby Yoda, but oh my god, Baby Yoda! He's so
I gotta
cute.
say it's cute, but after you get cursed out at your job because someone can't see no Baby Yoda, it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Well, that's right. You work for an internet company.
Yeah, well, you know.
Otagu is the one that you call and complain to when your internet slows down. Please be nice to her.
Especially when you can't watch The Mandalorian, apparently. But, you know, just because some people are addicted to Baby Yoda and his cuteness, which apparently is a Minecraft mod now that's so popular.
Oh, wow.
See, Disney Plus, it is already expanding. It is far-reaching, which it has my hopes up for the future of the Marvel stuff that's coming. That if this is so good with Star Wars, and Star Wars is something that it is either going to be very good or very bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad, I kind of hope they put the Star Wars Christmas special on it, but, you know.
Oh, yes, please. I would love to see the Star Wars Christmas specials.
No, you know the one I'm talking about, right?
I've never seen any of them. But I'm sure you're talking about the one with Chewbacca and the Ewoks and something like that.
I was shocked though, and this is something that I shouldn't be shocked with, and I kind of forgot was gonna be on there, was the new Ducktales with David Tennant voicing Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet. It's on my list there. Some of the other new stuff that's on there, Jeff Goldblum's got his own TV series.
What?
Yes, The World According to Jeff Goldblum. I've watched the first episode and it is hilarious. Actually, I've watched the first 2 episodes and it's hilarious.
I will say I did not expect Lady and the Tramp to be the new one. I was like, wait, that came out? It's already out on, like, live streaming? What?
Yes, that is exclusive content for Disney Plus, and it is so cute.
Well, I mean, it's dogs. Who doesn't like dogs?
Let's see. They've also... What's another new thing? Shit, I'm drawing a blank.
Well, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I have not had as much time as I would have liked to with the holidays and getting horribly ill. But something that I have noticed, and maybe it's just I'm doing it wrong, but while it's really nice that their main categories like Disney, Star Wars, MCU, like that is easy to understand, when you actually get into it, I am completely lost, especially in the Disney section of how to find anything.
Yeah, it's not very user-friendly. Like, one of my pet peeves is I don't have autoplay on my Roku. And when I'm watching something on, like, my computer or my phone, if I watch a series of episodes and I stop, when I go back on either another device or that same device, it doesn't pick up where I left off. I have to physically try and figure out where I left off and pick it up from there.
Yeah, that's, good luck there. I haven't really watched any specific TV shows. First thing that I went for as far as TV shows was the Marvel TV shows, because I wanted to see, okay, which retro Marvel ones that they had, and I would say that I'm shocked, but I'm not, because Disney is salty towards this IP, but no Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
The theme song was so good.
I was sad to see that Fantastic Four did not get any Disney love. I am very impressed by their catalog of old Marvel cartoons that are on there, though.
Oh yeah, it's not just, oh well, we got the 90s X-Men, which, trust me, that is my
I grew up on 90s X-Men.
I think they had. Did they have Spider-Man and his amazing friends or something? It had
Yes.
Spider-Man, Starfire, and Iceman.
Starfire.
No, it was a chick. I don't remember her name.
Starfire is definitely DC.
No, Starfire is the Teen Titans. Leave me alone. She's on fire or something. It's been like 15 years since I've seen a episode of this show. And unlike some people, I don't have all these VHSs anymore because Adventures, and it's horrible.
Well, there are two Spider-Mans. There's the 1999 Spider-Man, which is Spider-Man Unlimited. And then there is the 1981 Spider-Man. I don't think you're talking about the 2017, so.
The 1980s one sounds about right.
Okay.
But that seems odd that they don't have the 1990s Spider-Man.
They do have the 1994 Fantastic Four.
They do?
Yes, I'm looking through my notes right now. They have Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Hero from 2006 as well.
Okay, I did not see either of those, and perfect example of organizational skills.
Yeah, I didn't see them on there either, so, I mean, you're not the only one. My brother-in-law will be excited because they've got Silver Surfer on there.
Yeah, I mean, the 90s were both a great and horrible time for comics.
Yeah.
Great for cartoons.
Not so much for comics. They've got some really good future content coming out too, though. That is definitely worth noting, especially coming from Marvel. And I have it listed. In dates. The future of Marvel TV is going to be on Disney Plus. Coming first in fall 2020, we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Spring of 2021, we have Loki and WandaVision. Summer of 2021, we have Marvel's What If animated series. And then fall of 2021, we have Hawkeye. Unconfirmed Marvel TV is She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, Marvel 616, and Marvel's Hero Projects. They've been confirmed, but we don't have any confirmed release dates for those.
Wait, so they're actually releasing new animated stuff? Like, I wanted them to do some kind of animation.
Marvel's What If is going to be animated. I don't know about any of the other stuff, but I know Marvel's What If will be animated. Marvel 616 and Marvel's Hero Project are both going to be docuseries.
Docuseries?
Yes, documentary series. She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, and Moon Knight, I don't know if they're going to be live action or not. I'm assuming that they're going to be live action because all of the TV series that are coming out that are live action are tying in with the new phases of the MCU. And I know that they're going to be bringing in She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, and Moon Knight.
I'm kind of wondering how they're going to be bringing in She-Hulk, but this is not the time for that conversation.
Right. Some other future content that we can expect is stuff that's already been done but has not been uploaded onto the platform. Black Panther is one of the missing Marvel movies, as is Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp are missing as well.
I've been waiting to see Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's one of the few MCU movies I haven't seen.
Yeah. We'll be getting A Wrinkle in Time later this year, National Treasure, John Carter, Star Wars, Solo, a Star Wars story, 2015 Cinderella, The Incredible 2 will be out in July, Christopher Robin, live action Beauty and the Beast, Maleficent, and Tomorrowland are all going to be on the platform. Most of those are going to be coming out this year. Tomorrowland will be coming out in 2021.
Wait, I thought I saw saw the live-action Beauty and the Beast in there.
If you look up these titles, it will bring it up and you can add it to your watch list, but there's a little note that says when it's going to be available.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm waiting for the Aladdin TV show, because that was...
oh my god, I loved the Aladdin TV show. I wish it was on. They did just put the live-action Aladdin on.
Yeah, well...
Which actually leads me in the same day they put the Aladdin live-action on, they took stuff off already.
Really? So they're already doing that Disney Vault crap that they did with the VHSs?
Well, they took off all the Home Alone movies, which is understandable because those are holiday movies. Among the titles that they've taken down The Sandlot, Dr. Dolittle, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, and Strange Magic. They also took down the 2006 remake of the Shaggy DA. Some were pulled due to the holiday theme, others were because Disney made an oops. And this is actually quite entertaining. They put them up on Disney Plus before their contracts with other services had ended.
Wow.
Yeah. So...
Can you explain, though, why, like, when Disney Plus was coming out, I looked at, the drop list, and a few days ago I was looking through Disney Plus, and it's like, I thought this was on here. Wait, I thought this was on here. Am I going crazy?
Yeah, it's... Somebody got a little ahead of themselves, so hopefully once the legality issues are taken care of and smoothed out, these stuff will actually be on the platform again.
Nah, they were too distracted, like some people with Baby Yoda.
Yes. Alright. At this time, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back after these ads from our sponsors. And we're back. We are. I'm sorry.
When did this happen?
When I pre-recorded the sponsor ads.
Hello, people of the future.
Hi. So, what are some of the things that you've actually had time to sit down and watch?
Besides the Star Wars movie, a lot of it has been random Marvel TV show episodes, simply because of the fact that I have not really had time to binge something. I wanted to, but it's pretty much been, I want to see this episode, especially the X-Men, because I will tell you, Magneto in the 90s X-Men,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm making this really weird here, but you asked the question, and you know what? It involves Magneto and just Magneto.
I don't think I want to know what you do with Magneto.
I do everything, including watch him on Disney Plus, because you have enabled me to feed that obsession where I don't have to bust out my old VHSs, which I gotta admit, I have a lot of Disney VHSs, and it's easier to just use my Roku instead of hook up my VHS player, and, because some people aren't kind and they don't rewind.
I have purchased every single Marvel movie, and I have downloaded all of my purchased copies onto my hard drive, my external hard drive. I can't remember the last time I used my hard drive to watch a Marvel movie since Disney Plus came out.
I'm just waiting for my husband to talk me into binge watching all the Star Wars movies like I do for Harry Potter, because I know it's coming.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready. Please save me.
Well, I work third shift as an EMT, so I get a lot of time to just sit around and binge watch. I've watched the entire Hannah Montana series plus the movie. I've watched all of The Mandalorian, all of the Star Wars, all of the Marvel movies that are available. I've watched several of the DCOM movies, such as Stepsister from Planet Weird, the Proud Family movie, which, oh my god, the Proud Family. Don't Look Under the Bed. Both of the Johnny Tsunami movies. I mean, I actually felt like I was cheating on Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon because of how much time I have spent just binging everything on Disney Plus.
I will admit, I am bummed out that during Christmas, because I was so sick, I did not get to watch The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Aww.
It is so good, and we get, like, all the Muppets.
Yeah.
Especially Most Wanted, where, you know, Tom's in there for, like, 1 second with that mustache.
And she's talking about Tom Hiddleston, by the way.
Yeah. Really, you know?
Yeah.
We're not two people that are well known for being into Tom Hiddleston. I mean, come on.
Right.
I don't think there's any Pirate Fairy, by the way.
No, Pirate Fairy is on there.
It is?
Yes, it is.
It on there.
It's on there. Is there anything that you're currently watching?
As far as currently watching, ooh.
Oh. It sounds like this is going to become a boudoir segment. Oh.
You can't laugh, okay?
I will try my best.
Okay, besides X-Men with my Magneto obsession, I have been watching The Little Mermaid TV show.
I love The Little Mermaid.
I will tell you, though, the Manta Ray guy, when I was a kid, I had nightmares about that guy. He was scary.
The only reason he was not scary to me is because he's voiced by Tim Curry.
See, here's the thing. Like, at the time, like back in the day, little Odo Goo, little Goo. She didn't know it was Tim Curry. He was a scary guy.
The only reason I knew it was Tim Curry is because I was obsessed with Fern Gully.
See, when I was in daycare, that and The Land Before Time 4 is all they would play. And I would be there a lot because, you know, my parents needed childcare while they worked. And it never clicked. It never clicked. He still would be scary, but it didn't click, man.
Have you watched any of The Simpsons?
Wait, The Simpsons are on there?
Yes! 30 years of The Simpsons plus the movie. That is actually how my sister and I brought in the new year. It was binge watching The Simpsons. We were about halfway through The Simpsons movie at midnight.
Wow. You're supposed to watch Infinity War. No, I mean Endgame.
Yeah, I know. We decided to bring in the new year in Springfield.
Yeah, I see how it is.
Yep.
I'm telling Tony that you cheated on him.
I'm sorry. You know, I'm currently cheating on Tom Hiddleston right now. After seeing the newest Star Wars movie, I've gone back and rewatched all the Star Wars movies, and now my old crush for Hayden Christensen is back in full force, and damn, that man hasn't aged a single day.
I have not looked up anything recent from him, but I don't get why he got so much hate. Like,
his acting is stiff in the 2 Star Wars films that he was in, but that's not his fault. That's George Lucas's fault. Hayden Christensen's actually in my all-time favorite movie. It's called Life as a House, and you really can see his acting talent in that movie. Another movie that he's in that you can really get a good look at his acting talent is a movie called Shattered Glass, which is based on a true story. So, but yeah, my crush on Hayden Christensen has come back in full force. I blame Star Wars. More specifically, I blame Disney Plus for having all of the Star Wars movies at my fingertips.
I mean, he was hot enough, so
He was. He was very hot.
See, that's how Nova's gonna do it. That's how he's gonna suck me into this. Because he knows episode 3 is my favorite Star Wars.
Mine too! Look at that, we're twinsies!
What could I say? It is it's very interesting, and it actually has one of my favorite movie video games, which is hard because most of them suck.
Apart from The Simpsons, I'm also watching Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven, and Phil of the Future. I'm just kind of like bouncing back and forth between them.
No Kim Possible? Really?
I watched the Kim Possible movie. I watched what's the Stitch in Time or whatever it's called.
See, as far as things that I wanna binge watch, one of my top list items is Kim Possible. Cause yeah.
Everybody say hi to my cat Precious.
Hi, Precious.
She's looking at my computer like, what the fuck?
It's okay, because let's just say I've seen things on the internet, because I have friends that are into Kim Possible.
She heard her name, and she doesn't know where her name is coming from. All she knows is it wasn't coming from Mommy.
Precious, Precious, Precious.
She's so freaked out right now.
Precious. My precious.
Oh, did you hear her say hi?
No, Precious, say hi. Say hi to the weird person on the internet.
Did you hear her?
Mommy has weird friends.
Very, very small mouse.
Well, see.
A very quiet mouse. Okay, there you go, baby girl.
She needs to hang out with Mr. the Hiddles, who meows loud enough to wake the dead.
So, is there anything else that you're currently watching?
Besides X-Men?
Besides X-Men.
You're gonna get tired of that, aren't you?
And, Little Mermaid.
Besides those two, okay. There is one thing.
Oh.
There is one thing.
Oh. And what be that? You need to speak louder so that the microphone can record you.
It's okay, cause they didn't need to hear that part, cause it was dirty.
Oh! So tell me, I'm like on the edge of my seat. What is it?
Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Wait.
Beyond compare.
Wait, Gummy Bears is on Disney Plus?
Last time I watched it was. It should be.
What? Oh.
Yeah, unless they removed it.
Oh my.
They should still have that. Chip and Dale and Ducktales.
Yeah, I knew those were on there.
All of the
I'm planning on watching. I'm planning on watching Handy Manny and Out of the Box.
Oh dear.
From Playhouse Disney. Handy Manny, I have a good reason to. It's to keep up with my Spanish. Until I transfer to my 4-year college. But Out of the Box was my favorite Playhouse Disney show to watch with my little baby sister. It was the only one that I could tolerate. at 8 years old.
You're adorable.
Out of the box. Out of the box. Take one box. Put it with another. Let's look for one that's long and wide. I think you can understand why as an adult I like it now.
I actually did finish watching one TV series, and it is the first one I watched.
Which is?
That is Recess.
Oh my god, I love Recess.
Yeah, besides Magneto with his just his sexy chest, and anyway, Recess is actually the first thing that I watched. I watched the crap out of it because, ooh, takes me back Saturday, morning. So yeah, that's the first thing I actually watched on Disney, and I could see rewatching it.
Yeah, it's solid. And they don't just have this show, they have all the movies, too.
They have the Recess movie?
Yes, all of them. And
Wait, there are more than two? Because I know there was Taking on the Fifth Grade.
Yeah, there's Taking on the Fifth Grade. There's the movie that was released into theaters. Mm-hmm. And then there's another one that was a TV special that I can't remember the name of. Something with the kindergartners. Yeah,
there was like this clip show.
Yeah.
Type one that seemed like a bunch of episodes that they didn't air or something.
Yeah, and they aired it. They aired it all at once as like a TV special or something.
Yeah, because I can tell you the last time I binge watched Recess, it was on YouTube, and the only way to see the Recess movie, because it kept getting copyright strike, is this person had it in this most janky way. I couldn't find it on VHS, didn't want to spring for the DVD. So yeah. You got me all excited here.
I'm
not
sorry.
just with your writing this time.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, we have to behave, I'm being a good girl. I am. We're talking about childhoods. I'm being good.
Yes, we are. I would love for them to put on, what's that show? Katie and Orby.
Katie and Orby?
It was on Disney Channel's preschool program before Playhouse Disney was a thing. It came on at like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And it was about a little girl and her best friend Orby, who was an alien. And it came on from the time I was 5 to the time I was 6.
I've never heard of that, but there is something that is missing, which I would love to see them release. I don't think they will, and that's Adventures in Wonderland. It was a trip.
Oh, yeah, I vaguely remember that one.
I think like the rabbit was on roller skates or something.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I'd like to see some of the old, early 90s, late 80s programming come back on, like Flash Forward and Babysitter's Club.
Wait, the Babysitter's Club was owned by Disney?
Yes.
Since when?
I remember watching it on Disney Channel when I was 7, 8 years old.
Well, I guess I wasn't there for that. Which is strange.
I remember because it came on after Flash Forward.
Well, I will tell you, one thing that we won't see, and I think it's because it's owned by Nickelodeon. I think that's who owns him. But Count Duckula.
Yeah, that's Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I know it had to be Nickelodeon, but it's like, it feels so wrong. All the ducks now have a home. They have a home, dang it.
Except Duckula.
It's a starving orphan.
Well, Nickelodeon is teaming up with Netflix to release all of their old content.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So
Yes.
Duckula might have a home on Netflix.
Are you sure?
Yes. It was announced.
Because
It was announced back in November. It was announced back in November, like 3 days after Disney Plus launched.
Are you really that surprised?
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised at all. I'm waiting for Cartoon Network to strike up the same kind of deal. Can you imagine if Cartoon Network did that and we got the original Teen Titans? Instead of the bullshit they try to pass off as Teen Titans?
See, I can't make any comments about that. For multiple reasons.
Don't tell me you watched the blasphemy that is Teen Titans Go.
Thousands of years into the future. No, it was actually last year. I went to the Dallas Comic-Con, and Tara Strong was actually there, who's the voice of Raven. By the way, she is amazing. She is super sweet. She did a promo for us. And in our hotel room, the only thing to watch was the new Teen Titans show when we were actually in the hotel and not sleeping. We can't be friends anymore, can we?
Very disappointed in you, Otagu.
Hey, you know what? At least it is better than all of the High School Musicals.
This is very true. This is very true. Although, I will admit, the first High School Musical is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Oh, but, I can't watch some weird, I don't know what it is TV show.
Hey, the only reason the first High School Musical is a guilty pleasure of mine is because of the ballad that Vanessa Hudgens gets.
Well, I will say one thing about Teen Titans Go, because it doesn't involve this month, but it wasn't made for us. I don't know who it was made for, but it wasn't made for us.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Alrighty.
It was made for us. You know who was made for us? You know what was made for us?
What was made for us?
Magneto.
Oh God.
No, but there is one other Magneto thing that I haven't just crammed in there, shoved in there yet for you.
So how incredible Ian McKellen is?
What?
How incredible Ian McKellen is?
Oh, well, Ian McKellen. No, but X-Men Evolution, the thing that I am still salty about, the thing that got canceled for Mucha Lucha, it is underloved. If personal recommendation of everything on Disney Plus, go watch X-Men Evolution. Even though some of it is complete BS, just go watch it, and watch the one where Magneto, and then there's Wolverine, and there's this pod where he gets young or something, and it made me cry. Go watch it. What's your personal recommendation, girl? Lay it on us. Baby Yoda.
My personal recommendation, Even Stevens.
Are you gonna tell me just do it now?
With Christy Carlson Romano and Shia LaBeouf. Even Stevens is where it's at.
Before he was like mostly naked in a cage.
Before he was a naked douchebag, yes. Before Shia LaBeouf was a naked douchebag running around with giant robots, he was Louis Stevens, practical joker, comic wannabe, biggest annoyance to his family.
I do have a question for you.
What's that?
And maybe you know the answer for this because you're the one that knows all the information and stuff. So, it has The Simpsons.
Yes.
It has all the Marvel content. Why does it not have the X-Men movies?
That is a really good question. They should at least have the first 3 X-Men movies because that's when X-Men was owned by Fox.
Yeah, I mean, they have and I hate to keep bringing it up, but I have to, the 90s X-Men TV show, the Spider-Man TV show.
Yeah.
Were put on Fox Kids. Apparently it has The Simpsons, which I completely missed. So...
Hey, Bob Iger! Where the fuck are the X-Men movies? I don't think we'll get a response, but it's worth a shot. We've put it out there to the universe.
But have we put out Magneto's chest enough?
Girl, bye. Girl, bye.
You're gonna edit out all of my verbal eye googlies on Magneto.
It's okay, Patreon will have something to listen to.
Me just going into long rants about Magneto's chest and how in that one episode, like he was like in the comics and his chest was bare.
Oh my.
And yeah.
Yeah. So I might as well just talk about it right now. Instead of editing out the outtakes, Patreon listeners are just going to get the straight up unedited versions of the episodes. I will edit out my coughing though. I'm recovering from, the hospital said it was bronchitis, my doctor said it was pneumonia. So I'm recovering from whatever it was that I had, and I've got a really nasty cough. So I will edit out all of my coughing for Patreon, but Patreon is just, if you're the $1 tier or higher, you'll just get all the unedited episodes. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, I thought I lost you. You were quiet for so long.
I'm being weird.
Oh.
I'm being all weird, all up in your body. I have a question, though.
What's up?
So, I sent you my notes that we're releasing on Patreon, and I don't know if you actually read them, but in the last part, I wrote Fantastic Four. You could have given me a heads up that it was there the whole time.
I didn't read your notes.
Oh, okay.
I told you, the notes, I only needed your notes to look at, I only needed your notes to have them to upload to Patreon.
But we didn't talk about Pixar.
We can talk about Pixar. We still have 8 minutes.
Oh. Besides.
We have 8 minutes before we have to start closing down the episode.
Oh dear. There are actually a long list of Pixar movies that I never got to see. So I think once I actually have time to sit and enjoy something that isn't like a 15 to 30 minute cartoon, That is probably what I'm going to be going down. Besides rewatching Wall-E, because it has Michael Crawford.
Wall-E!
Why?
I love Wall-E.
Why? No, but I haven't
Ava.
Brave.
My cat Shinedown is giving me weird looks.
I'm giving you weird looks, girl.
That's alright, I'm giving you weird looks too, Miss Magneto.
Hey, Magneto is hot, and you know what? Besides Odogu, I have been known as Magneto Lover. That is the lover of Magneto.
Oh my.
Let's not get into Severus Snape.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'm behaving.
We'll save Severus Snape for our Harry Potter episode.
So, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Before we close this out, since we've fangirled everything that we love, we voiced some of our complaints. Mainly, it annoying me, the disorganization.
Yeah.
I am not salty, you're salty. What is the one thing, and you can only pick one, that you took a look at and you were like, what the hell is this? Or basically the worst thing on Disney Plus to you right now?
The worst thing on Disney Plus to me right now. I wish you had asked me that question when we were preparing for the episode so that I could figure it out.
Oh, come now. That you can remember. That you can remember.
Worst? Are we talking shows or are we talking anything? Okay. The interface sucks. It drives me nuts. It takes forever to find something on there. I hate the interface.
I completely agree with you that the one thing that they could do to improve is the interface, because finding anything is basically a needle in a haystack. I can complain about, well, I want this, that, and the other there, but they have so many IPs that they tried to put something for everyone at launch, and a lot of launches aren't like that, where it's like, oh, well, we have some things, but right out the gate, it gives everybody a little something until the other stuff comes.
Yeah.
I was more talking about content, though, and mine has to be, and I know this is a little bit of a cop-out, it has to be Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea. It is a guilty pleasure of mine.
I love that one. What I don't like is Ariel's beginning.
I never saw Ariel's beginning.
Watch it, I promise you. Any issues you have with Return to the Sea will go away.
No, see, my complaint of Return to the Sea is not the movie, because it is a guilty pleasure of mine, but my mom absolutely hated it, so anytime I bring it up, she goes into a rant about how we bought it. That is the first movie I ever pre-ordered, and she will still not shut up about it. So it is giving me bad memories every time I look at it.
What is the one thing you absolutely love and don't want to ever change about Disney Plus?
I would have to say the sheer diversity of what is there. Yeah, there are a ton of things I will never watch, like at all. But the fact that Disney is one of those things that is such a huge fandom that, yeah, we may not like every single thing that the other likes, but there's always a few things that will always cross streams, basically.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, you may recommend something to me, and I may recommend something to you that we have never experienced before. And that's simply because it's so diverse.
Yeah. The one thing that I love and I hope they never take away is the bonus features.
Wait, what bonus features?
On all of the movies. There's bonus features.
How do you get to those?
When you're on the episode, when you're on the movie selection, if you click down to where it says suggestions, there's also details and extras. And all the bonus features are listed under extras.
Really?
Yes. Including bonus features and extras that weren't on the DVDs for Marvel movies.
Well, I'm a noob, apparently.
It's okay. You haven't had time to explore Disney Plus like I have.
Okay, Miss Vampire.
I can't help that I work third shift, okay? Leave me alone, Mom.
Okay, but when you bust into my bathroom while I'm taking a shower to invite me to those midnight balls, I'm gonna start asking questions, okay? Nobody's gonna understand what the hell I'm talking about, but you know what? I get my own reference. And for the one person that may, Donka.
God. Okay, well.
I'm a musical needs girl.
Well, we are starting to run out of time. The next episode's topic, as we said earlier, was Tom Hiddleston, because how could we not? It's Tom Hiddleston's birth month, and Tom Hiddleston is what brought Odogu and I together.
Yep, and Team Aonn every year does something for Hiddles Month, and when we were talking about getting this started, I knew that we absolutely had to do something, and Monet knew that even before I said anything.
I did. I already had it planned. When I was setting up the schedule for the season, I already had our Tom Hiddleston episode lined up with Hiddles Month for Team Aonn.
She's so thoughtful.
I am. And you thought it was a coincidence at first.
Yeah.
No. I was using my noggin.
Oh, is that why you were feeding my Magneto fetish?
So if you have anything that you want to say about Tom Hiddleston, whatever your favorite movie is, anything you like specifically about him, get a hold of us on our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Patreon. We do have an email address that I completely forgot about. I'll put that in the episode description. We have an email I completely forgot about. I will put links to all of our social medias and our email on the episode description. You can find me, and you can leave all your feedback for about Tom Hiddleston there. I'm sure Odogu is going to share is going to share the tweets that I make requesting you guys to get involved with our Tom Hiddleston episode in Tom Hiddleston fan groups for me. Aren't you, Odogu?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I said that weird. Can we start?
Nope, we're keeping that one.
Oh, no.
Speaking of Tom Hiddleston, I am the author of the popular Tom Hiddleston fanfiction, The Dysfunction of Evan. You can find that on Wattpad.com along with other fanfiction and original works. You can also find me on Twitter and Facebook. Just search for Monet Art Deluve. Over to you!
I am... Yes?
It's your turn. What are you plugging? What are you plugging?
I'm plugging all the holes. No.
Oh!
I do plan to, and this is going to be an undertaking, because someone wrote a very long, very awesome, very juicy fan fiction. I plan on doing something with it, and I've been holding back till Hiddles Month. Posting it on Tom Hiddleston fan fiction, even if it is a brief description.
Oh, this is something we talked about doing last year for Hiddles Month.
Well, answer. I'm sorry.
The difference between last year and this year is last year I was on chapter 30 and this year I'm on chapter 70 something.
Yeah, well, see? You know, embarrassing.
My trilogy is turned into a saga at this point.
But yeah, as far as things to check out, teamaon.com, tomhiddlestonfanfiction.com, pretty much anything Team Aonn. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we have a Discord, I live stream on Twitch. We're trying to sort out our YouTube. So, if we're missing content, which I know we are, like over 2,000 videos.
Speaking of Discord, if you join the Patreon, the $15 tier, you have the opportunity of joining our Discord channel and having the opportunity through Discord to be on the show.
Oh my.
So yeah, definitely reasons to check out Patreon. We have a $1 tier, a $5 tier, and that $15 tier. And each tier brings you something special. $15 tier also gets you access to exclusive prize giveaways.
Is the prize coffee?
It could be. Are there any nerd or geek themed coffees out there?
Probably.
You know what? I would not put it past the geekdom to do that.
Oh, we know they exist. Come on now. Was that even a question?
Right? Anyway, it's time for us to get going. I am Monet.
I'm Meg. You don't want her.
She's weird. And this has been our first episode of Geeky. We hope you enjoyed it. Contact us on our socials. Let us know what's up. Give us something to put in for the Tom Hiddleston episode. If you do, what you have to say could end up in next month's episode. If you want to talk about betrayal, you and I can geek out together on social about that. Because Homegirl went to New York to see Betrayal. Homegirl went to New York to see Betrayal, and Homegirl got to meet Tom and I've got the picture on my wall to prove it.
But did you get trampled when you fainted and you were on the nasty sidewalk of New York? Which I no hate here. I am from Brooklyn, and I can tell you those streets are dirty as hell.
You know, all of those comments I made about when I finally got to meet him, I was gonna faint.
Yeah.
I didn't faint.
Oh, I told you so.
I'm so proud of myself. I didn't faint. I had a major anxiety attack, and I'm completely surprised that I managed to speak in full, complete, comprehensible sentences to his face. And he will never know what kind of danger he was in and getting thrown up on. But I did it. I met him without fainting or dying.
Oh, I'm sure he's been puked on, honey, already. It's fine.
Yeah, but it would have been on that gorgeous pea coat of his.
Oh, you mean that, like, he wears every day of his life?
Yeah. It's like his armor at this...
Stop recording?
No, I have not stopped recording yet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cheeky Geeky after the ending.
I can be dirty?
No. Alright, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you next month. Bye.
Bye-bye.